Negaraku, tanah tumpahnya darahku, rakyat hidup bersatu dan maju.
Saya sangat sedih apabila saya mendengar anak saya menyanyi negaraku selepas dia diajar di tadika. Anak saya masih menunggu kewarganegaraan Malaysia sejak 3 tahun. Nama saya Katie. Saya seorang warga negara Malaysia dan saya melahirkan anak saya di luar negara 3 tahun yang lalu. Kami telah kembali ke Malaysia selama 3 tahun. Tetapi anak saya masih tidak diberi kewarganegaraan walaupun saya seorang anak Malaysia. Ini hanya kerana saya seorang wanita.
Raja kita selamat bertata.
I gave birth to my child in France when I moved there to live with my husband. And in 2016, I had to bring back my second son, who was 6 months old. So we came back to Malaysia to visit my father, who was unfortunately already very ill, and he passed away in the same year. That was when my nightmare began, because I had to seek the help to go back to France and be with my husband. And the only way that I can go back to France now is if my son is given his Malaysian citizenship. In this process, I have gone to the KDN 12 times to ask them what is the status of my son's citizenship application, for which I was told masih dalam proses. There was no time frame given to me, no certainty given to me as to when I was able to go back. And I'm still stuck here in Malaysia 1 year later. In an attempt to see my dying father, I had separated my children from their father simply because, as a woman, I couldn't pass my citizenship to my children.
In early 2017, my company gave me an international assignment to go to Philippines. I was really excited, and at that time, I didn't know I was pregnant. Shortly after giving birth, I went to the Malaysian embassy in Philippines, not realizing that I had to apply for his citizenship because I married a foreigner and I gave birth overseas. Right now, I have to apply for my son's long-term social visit pass. It costed me over 600 ringgit to do so, and I'm told I need to renew it every 6 months. Women will give birth overseas for a variety of reasons. For myself, it's employment. And what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to quit my job or tell my company, no, I don't want this golden opportunity, find someone else? I'm back here in an awkward situation where my son is not a Malaysian, where I am simply because I am not a man.
I got married 13 years ago to an Australian citizen, and since then we've been blessed with 2 children. From the time I've inquired and applied for their citizenship, which is over 5 years ago, I'm still trying to get it until today. My biggest mistake was actually undertaking the citizenship of a foreign country to come back to Malaysia to apply for the Malaysian citizenship. I had no idea what was waiting for me. Since then, we have moved back to Malaysia. My children are currently going to go onto the student visa, and they will be on a student visa on a yearly basis. Being a mother, being a Malaysian mother, it is very stressful for me to know that my children are not residents of this country. If it's not citizenship, at least let them be a resident so that they can stay with me. That I do not live with the anxiety that my children have to leave the country one day.
So I came back late 2007, and within 6 months of coming back, or at least before my daughter was 6 months old, we submitted an application for citizenship. So we found out within 3 years that her application was rejected. Prior to that rejection, we had an interview where I was asked a bunch of questions.
I didn't even have an opportunity to have an interview. We were outright rejected. And that wasn't even informed to me. I had to hunt down the result of this application. I have been asked before as well, if you find this process so difficult, why didn't you just come back and give birth? Wouldn't that have been an easier way to get citizenship? But it's not as simple as that. You can't just leave your job, take 3 months off, and
Prior to the
birth of your child. So it's not a simple solution.
We waste so much time and money going back and forth to Putrajaya, submitting the application, and it takes so much time out of our schedules where we have to take leave from work and take the children out of school to go for this process. And so I tweeted the then Home Affairs Minister, Dato' Sri Syamuddin, and basically said, how is this the case when the government has issued an administrative amendment guaranteeing that mothers who are giving birth to their children abroad will have this process facilitated for them by the government? And his response was, well, that shouldn't be the case. You should have the option. And he tagged his head of immigration then. And then the head of immigration then said to me, oh, this shouldn't be a problem, Puan. Your daughter should have been given the option of dual citizenship until the age she was 18. I was like, well, this didn't happen. I was like, if this is the case, then why is my daughter's application rejected? Thanks to his office, it took about 5 months, and I actually managed to get Zulaikha her citizenship. But the point is that this is a one-off case, and it shouldn't be.
Kaum wanita amat gembira pada tahun 2001 apabila Perlembagaan Persekutuan kita telah dipindah untuk memberi hak yang sama rata untuk semua wanita berwarga negara Malaysia. Pindaan ini melarang sebarang diskriminasi berdasarkan gender terhadap sesiapa pun. Namun masih terdapat beberapa peruntukan dalam perlembagaan yang membolehkan diskriminasi berlaku. Akibatnya banyak cabaran untuk wanita. Seorang anak yang dilahirkan di luar negara kepada seorang wanita Malaysia tidak mendapat hak kewarganegaraan seperti seorang anak yang juga dilahir di luar negara kepada seorang lelaki Malaysia. Saya menggesa kerajaan Malaysia meminda perlembagaan kita supaya wanita Malaysia dan lelaki Malaysia mendapati hak yang sama rata, khususnya hak untuk memberi kewarganegaraan kepada anak-anak mereka.